The last activity under step 4 is your first collection day. This is an optional activity and only needed if you decided for a community collection system. The objective of this activity is straightforward: kickstarting the collection system. You will have basically 3 activities you should do. The first one is that you will prepare with the committee everything which is needed for the collection day. Then you go around the village and do the waste collection. And the last one is that you bring then the waste to the final disposal site. The first collection day will take you maybe something between 2 to 3 hours. It depends a little bit how large is your village. You for sure conduct the activity all over the village, or if you are looking only at a certain part of the village because you decided to start there first, you will work only in this area. The activity is mainly with your waste committee. In some cases you should involve also the CSOs, the village leader, or maybe even the school, who can join the activity, and then maybe they do some cleanup during the time. You will definitely need for this activity your collection vehicle, because you need to collect a decent amount of garbage. Then you should have some large bags where you can fill in the waste from the household. And then you should have a loudspeaker. I think that is quite important, because you can announce to the community that now the waste collection system is starting. Before you start the collection, you should prepare a few things in advance. The first one is you will need some larger bags to kind of put in all the waste, because when you collect the waste from the household, they will transfer from their household bin into these bags. In Yaochang, we decided for large PP bags, and we had a few fishing net bags which we made from old fishing net. Also, you need to have your vehicle. As we decided here in Yaochang, it is a 3-wheeler, as you see in the background also. And you should have a loudspeaker so that you can announce the collection when the vehicle is coming. So we decided here for a sound box. Also, your final disposal site has to be ready and operational, because now you will collect a decent amount of waste, so you need to bring it somewhere. You should plan in advance for the route which you will take using your collection vehicle. And you should also announce the collection 1 day in advance, so that the community is aware on the next day there will be waste collection and that they should prepare their waste. The first collection day is then a rather straightforward activity. So here the committee will announce the collection through a loudspeaker, and then they will go from house to house and take the waste and transfer it to larger bags on the truck. Also, you can have some litter collection on the way. But remember for this activity that it is not about having an extremely efficient collection structure set up at this point of time, but rather that your committee, in cooperation with the community, creates a system, is starting a system of waste collection. And for the committee, it is more a moment of celebration where everything comes together, and now the whole community is integrating into this waste collection system. After you collected all your waste, you will have to bring it to your dump site. So either you decided for just dumping your waste, so you can just drop it and leave it, or when you have decided for incineration, you will have to show your committee how to use the incinerator in a more proper way. Because now it is the time that you have collected a decent amount of waste, it is easy to show them how to really use it. Let's look at some common challenges. The first one is, as usual, mixed waste. Keep in mind when you're collecting also organic material that you might need to collect 4 to 5 times more waste than when you would collect only inorganic waste. The second challenge is about gloves. So actually your committee should work with gloves when they are doing the collection, but thin rubber gloves are not really useful. So you need a pretty thick rubber layer which is really protecting against broken glass and specifically needles. So here, at least in Myanmar, they are not really well available in the rural area. Another challenge is related to incineration. So this will be the first time that you will actually incinerate a larger amount of waste. So you might run into some problems, so you should help the committee during this time to a little bit experiment while you are incinerating the waste. The last issue is the weather. So when you are planning for your collection day and I don't know, you are in a weather where it is actually raining, then you might delay it because of the bad weather. Some recommendations for this activity. The first one is, again, regarding to mixed waste. So while you are collecting the waste, you can open the waste and see if there is a lot of organic material inside the waste from the household. Tell the household that you will pick up only inorganic waste. In our case, we are even more specific. We say we will take only plastic. So the second one is that you will ask the household to bring the waste actually from their home to the vehicle. In that way, you can reduce a little bit your labor force. The last one is regarding to recycling. Be aware that your committee is not, until now at least, professional waste managers. So you should a little bit have a look at material which can be recycled and then think of a way how to extract it that it is as efficient as possible.